So you would make ambient music, yet you've recorded some of the heaviest music in the history of heavy music.
Well,
That's really wild.
that's more that. Thank you. That's more of an indicator of sensitivity than it is like personality, in my estimation, because I had worked with some really, not even worked, spent time with some really successful musicians in a bunch of different genres that, for whatever reason, saw me as a strange pet they wanted to hang out with for a while. And sometimes I would watch these people who are so much more aggressive and intense than I am. And I'm thinking, why isn't their music nearly as heavy as what I do? And I think it's because those of us who are heavy metal kids, essentially,
Yeah.
um, it was a way to express intangible emotions that were just so big. And if you perceive the world as being everything's intense, everything is intense all the time. I used to say sometimes people I know of that level of sensitivity, it's like they need an award just for getting out of bed in the morning. You know, so when you are wired to interpret your environment as either constantly a threat, even, or constantly just like the intensity of it, and going into public or having to go to a party or any of these things as being like work, then inevitably I think the music's going to be fucking intense, you
Right.
know? It's
Totally.
just, it's like, that's all there is to it. It's like, and so the other side of the coin for me is a project I do called Dream Piece,
Hmm.
which is ambient music for sleeping and for children. And I did 14 episodes of an infant, like a toddler's show on the BBC in the UK about um, the emotional energy of colors. So, and I remember the people at the BBC going to bat for me because other people there had heard strapping and they'd heard the Ziltoid and all these things. They were just like, oh, I don't know if this guy's appropriate for kids. But then when they were listening to Hummer or Snuggles or Dream Piece, they're like, oh, yeah, no, that's exactly what we want. So I would suggest that my tendency to create these disparate emotional expressions is much more of an indicator of just being sensitive than it is being like a sociopath.